tailor's chalk like moonlight on cold. Tape around my ribs, measuring toe. Silk takes breath, buttons take bone. Mirror keeps secrets I won't atone. Horn sighs low, piano rides ash. Bass counts debts I refuse to stash. I smile like a verdict stitched within. Step into evening in a suit made of sin. Lapel like a river where whispers swim. Cufflinks clink soft like a chapel hymn. I've pressed my past till the creases obey. Steamed out the tremor, taught out to stay. Every pocket holds a quiet law. Every seam knows a mercy saw. I don't wear thunder, I am the storm. Lay it to rest in a measured form. This perfume in the hall that remembers a war. Footsteps that know what forgiveness is for. I walk through rooms that lean to hear. Watch courage slow dance with fear. This isn't gold, it's a tale of death. Threaded with names I won't forget. If elegance is armor, I'm armored thin. But the cut is perfect on a suit made of sin. Count to 4, keep breath inside. Hide the bruise where the pearls reside. If truth must show, let the lights go dim. I'll say it's softer in a suit made of sin. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns. Fit by the lessons, no sane returns. If grace is a fabric that won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. A tailor once told me, stand like you swear. I learned to vow with the weight I wear. Wool takes shape like a patient lie. Shape it too long and the truth runs dry. There's a woman whose eyes unbutton the night. She knows the zipper between wrong and right. She says, does that fabric forgive your hands? I say it forgives nothing, only understand. I've pocketed rage like a folded tie. Took it out seldom, let most go by. The city keeps track with a ledger of scenes. Invoices printed in unlit dreams. I sign with a nod, I pay with a glance. I dance with danger in a lawful stance. You think it's glamour, but look again. It's discipline draped in a suit made of sin. Count to 4, let the snare draw near. Teach your pulse to disappear. If sorrow asks where I've been, tell it, measure in a suit made of sin. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns. Fit by the lessons, no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. My tailor's chalk trace the cost of pride, marked where the boy in me went to hide. Pin the shoulders built from nights when I held back flames and turned off lights. Hem the memories to ankle length, so I don't trip over borrowed strength. Pressed a crease into second chances, so they fall sharp in slow romance. And there's a prayer something beneath the chest. For names I couldn't keep at rest. I carry their echoes like hidden thread. Pull too hard, it breaks instead. So I tug with care. by the lessons, no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Bring me the boat I couldn't afford, cloth of regret that the past has stored. Bring me the thimble that saved my hands when rage tore holes in gentler plans. Bring me the needle that mends with time, threaded with mercy, stitch it in rhyme. If power's a pattern cut on bone, let tailors of patience mark it alone. I'll base my fury in unpicked pain, press it flat with a midnight rain. And if the fit asks blood to win, I'll bleed discreetly through a suit made of sin. No applause, no brighter gin, just breath and cloth and the man within. I wear my quiet like a crown of I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons, no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Write it in brass, write it on skin. My keeping on a suit made of sin. If truth must show, they'll laugh it then. I'll stand that up in a suit. Got the arms of him on the eaves. Window rides rivers down the leaves. Roof keeps time with a fingertip drum. Lightning signs quiet, thunder stays numb. Key in the lock like a whisper refrain. Welcome home to a house made of rain. I didn't build this place out of brick or bone. Didn't stack proof just to call it my own. I gathered what fell from a restless sky, the salt of losses, the tears I denied. I learned the angles water prefers, how grief turns gentle when nobody stirs. I framed the rooms with slowed down breath, mortared the corners with patience and rest. No nails of pride, no doors that shout, just hinges of mercy that open out. I swept the noise from yesterday's veins and laid these floors with a hush that remains. Counter forward, the rafters bend, let the drip find rhythm and call it a friend. If memory knocks with a suitcase of blame, show it the same, let the rainfall explain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. No fire to prove, no crowd to entertain, just me and the hymn of a house made of rain. Kitchen light flickers like a faithful nurse, measuring pulse in the coffee's verse. The kettle exhales what the night held tight. Let's old names soften and learn to be light. I shelved the thunder beside the door, labeled it only if peace asks for more. My coat hangs wet with an honest past. It drips in a bucket, I empty it last. There's a chair that forgives the weight I bring, a towel that crowns me with nothing like king. This roof doesn't keep the storms away, it teaches me how to stay. Breathe on forward till the bass says stay. Let the snare brush puddles into play. know your name. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls are weather, floors are well, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. I bless what broke and what remained, built in a room in a house made of rain. The bedroom window holds a silver sheet, city's heartbeat softened and sweet. I count the breaths I used to spend on doors that jammed and wars to defend. But water rewrites the story I kept, turns razors to rivers where swords once slept. It polishes shame like a blackened toy, till face and purpose rejoin. I keep a ledger for gentler dues, debits of anger, credits of truce. Balance returns like an evening train, arriving on tracks made of rain. Hold your count, let the strings lean low, let piano drip notes you already know. If guilt demands an iron chain, rinse it to rust in the mouth of rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. No witness needing that low domain, built, breathe and breathe in a house made of rain. Bring me the words I spoke too fast, I'll soak them soft till the edges pass. Bring me the locks I forced for proof, rain will repair the honest roof. Bring me the letters I never sent, we'll float them down the basement then. Let the guitar bend like a bowed down spine, let trumpet glow like a street lamp sign. If mercy is water, then I'm the clay. Save me slow, wash warm river. Say less, hold true, count four, come through. Hallway mirror fogs with a second chance, finger draw circles where I used to glance. The man in the glass looks old or short, but kind in the lines where storms mature. I thank the leaks that taught me pails, like the temporary roofs that became my tales. I learned that shelter isn't dry, it's where your worry comes to lie, where grief is a guest with a decent bed, and blame is a coat you learn to shed, where love is a mop, not a closing door, cleaning the footprints you adore. 4 beats soft like a cotton hem, let the past get quiet at the brim. If rage returns to stake its claim, it leaves in silence, washed by rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in the hush of a house made of rain. I mend, I breathe, I lose the strain, and sleep like thunder after rain, after rain. In a house made of rain, I'm clean again. Walls of weather, floors of wind, roof of forgiveness, beams of refrain. I'm home in a hush of a house made of rain. Write it in water, let doubt complain. It has no proof where the rain remains. If someone asks how I lost the chain, I answer, I learned to live in a house made of rain. Drip slow down to a monk-like clock, D minor breath and the windows lock. I killed a lame bill, two chords played, oh house made of red then. In a house made of rain. home. D minor dawn on a water skin, mist writes cursive where banks begin. Gravel listens, reeds lean slow, piano of droplets counting gold. I touch the rail and feel time run. This river moves, but forgets no one. I walk beside this faithful vein, through winter glass and summer rain. It kept my secrets, learned my stride, fouled my anger, gentled pride. I threw a stone when I was young, a vow that bent a stubborn tongue. The circles widen, found their song, they're singing still, the river's drum. I thought I left those echoes then, but water keeps what shapes a man. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory bears for a brighter gun, point to the current. It forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carve and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. A widow folds a letter thin, drops it in like a trusted hymn. The fence still holds her script confessed. The water tucks it to its chest. 2 kids throw sticks and count to 4. Each choice chooses its farther shore. They cheer for the one that learns to bend. They watch the stubborn sink and end. I'm not like maps that finally know. You move by yield and more than go. What couldn't listen came undone, but mercy swam, it drowned no one. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns with a hurried tongue, set it to water. It forgives no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. I kept a drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vines. I read them here and tear them slow, like petals training grief to grow. The pages drift in softened bits, become a school of tender wits. A cock turns once a heron bows, a river signs the gentler vows. It doesn't lift me out of pain, it teaches names for honest rain. I learned to stand where truths are spun, not to be spotless, just become. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for a borrowed gun, show it these banks. They shoot no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted, then I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let finger-picked guitar bend once, then rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon sun, feed it bread by the river's run. Because power without kindness is only one, and rivers keep the ledger. They forget no one. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Across the bend, the factory wall, rust and ivy equal draw. The river eats the iron's pride, turns red to brown, then lets it slide. Even the worst it learns to lift, not to pretend but give it drift. A bottle note inside my hand, a boy's small script, a future plan. I'll learn to fix, I'll learn to stay. I'll make the doors behave this way. I seal it back and trust the run. Some other shore will meet that sun. Click, pray, let mercy sign the day. If history asks what we've become, point at the water. It forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we call, it leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. Write it in reeds and walking stones, and bridges strong and humble homes. No brightest crown, no loud enthroned, just breathing bread and labor grown. If I am gone. Crooked wide, my breath smelled like smoke and tide. Another night with nothing to prove, just the echo of the man I used to move. The whiskey speaks where words can't live, a quiet sermon no priest could give. In the dark, she nods, she always forgives. I live in town that forgot my face, chasing ghosts I could never replace. Dreams turn cold in the neon rain. Every step I took just spelled my name. She said, baby, love's a game of death, and I'm still playing what I can't forget. I light a match just to watch it fade, 'cause whiskey don't forget mistakes I've made. jukebox hums that same old lie. Promises burning while the years go by. A stranger nod says, I know that pain. We toast the past and lose again. A shadow moves where her perfume stayed. It's been 10 years but it smells the same. Every night I try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. No preacher waits, no choir sings, just bottles lined like wedding rings. You can pray or curse the flame, but it'll still spell out her name. Sin comes cheap, truth comes late. Heaven's locked, I missed that gate. And every sip's a cold duet, 'cause whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the man who lost his fight, still singing low through another night. He laughs soft at what he regrets. Yeah, whiskey don't forget. It hums my sorrow in a golden tone, cuts through bone, straight to the soul. I ain't begging peace, just a reset, but a whiskey don't forget. Torn, but her smile still stings like a chord that never stops to ring. I left her name carved on a ballroom door. She left her heart on my bedroom floor. The past don't sleep, it just waits in line with an open seat and a glass of wine. I try to heal, but the blues still bet that whiskey won't forget. The road hums low, the tires confess. Every mile a wound I don't address. I've chased forgiveness down dead-end streets, but mercy don't speak to men like me. I see her face in motel glass, reflected pain that just won't pass. I smile faintly, try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. The man in the mirror grins too wide. He's tired of watching me run and hide. He says, boy, the truth is a debt unpaid, and whiskey's a price that never fades. The blues ain't cruel, it's just fair. It gives you pain, 'cause nothing else cares. You lose your soul, your last roulette. Still whiskey don't forget. I used to play loud for a crowded room. Now I hum slow in the shadows tune. She said I drowned in my own regret. Now I float on a sea I can't forget. The night don't judge, it just takes its due. Each drop of story I swore was true. The flame still burns my silhouette, and whiskey don't forget. Pour one for the ones who tried to love too hard and still got denied. For the ghosts that dance when the lights reset. Yeah, whiskey don't forget. Raise that glass to the center song, where right feels right and wrong feels strong. No crown, no pardon, no vignette, 'cause whiskey don't forget. Peace for a steady flame, sign the night beneath my name. The bar's near empty, but the sound still sways. A broken prayer to better days. Each note bleeds, each silence waits. She's gone, but a ghost still plays. And in that hush of cold regret, whiskey won't forget. Keep time. It follows me night and day. I drink to dreams not finished yet, 'cause whiskey don't forget. No choir hums, no dawn redeems, just a low hum of forgotten dreams. The truth don't fade, it just resets. Whiskey don't forget. It's mercy's twin with a bitter face, a cold hand, a warm embrace. I fade, I fall, I owe they did. The doors swing slow like they know my name. The bass walks steady, the night feels tame. A hush comes down like a velvet cloak. I light the match, raise the smoke. The room leans in with a silver grin. Power speaks softer than a violin. In the dark, she nods, she's seen this road. I wear my calm like a heavy coat. Move like thunder, you don't quite hear. A close-cut suit, a glass, no fear. I traded rage for a colder flame. Let silence do the heavy game. My shoes say little, my eyes say more. I own the room without the roar. Every breath is a quiet stroke, a crown you only see in smoke. The mirror lights hum, the bottles gleam. The floor remembers where I've been. I carve my code in nights like this. No wasted word, no reckless kiss. The band plays low, the snare says wait. The clock keeps time with measured fate. I take my seat, the world takes note. A crown you only see in smoke. Ain't no preacher teaching this control. It's learned by losing what you stole. You trade your thunder for a pulse. You tame the beast, you kill the false. Let pride dissolve, let fear revoke. Wear patience like a tailored cloak. And when the noise begins to choke, you rise, a crown in smoke. So pour one for the men who rule the room, with quiet hands and eyes that bloom. He laughs low, no need to boast. He wears a crown the night can host. It hums like silk, it cuts like oak. A power born of calm and oath. I ain't begging fate or hope. I wear my crown in smoke. She walks on past with a sideways glance, a little test, a noble dance. I tip my glass, the message lands. I lead with silence, not my hands. No sudden moves, just measured grace. No chase required to win the race. Let others burn, let others choke. I hold my crown in smoke. I built my laws on steel and skin, on debts I paid and fights I didn't. No easy wins, no cheap applause, just bruised respect and final cause. I lose the rush, I keep the soul. I play the long, deliberate role. When tempers break and bargains croak, I breathe a crown in smoke. The man in the mirror lifts his brow, says, son, you finally learned it now. Power ain't loud, it's poison proof. It's how you stand beneath the roof.
command required no sharpened blade, just presence of the men obeyed. I not once slow, the lesson spoke. A crown you only see in smoke. The band leans back, the bass grows warm, the snare keeps time like a heartbeat charm. A whisper passes, table to table, respect untold, a living fable. No name announced, no banner flown, just gravity that I've outgrown. The air gets thick, the doubts go broke, they see my crown in smoke. Smoke. Raise your glass to the steel that's kind, to iron calm and disciplined mind. No roar, no shove, no cloak, just a quiet crown in smoke. The lights descend to amber gold, the groove grows while the pulse grows bold. Each note declares without a word the simplest law I ever heard. Own your breath, unlock the yoke, let patience wrap you up in smoke. And when the room leans close to choke, exhale. The crown in smoke. I ain't tame, I just refuse the frantic game. I aim my fire, I ration heat, I leave the chaos at my feet. I earn my soul, I press my will, I move the night by standing still. And when the doubts rise up to joke, they drown beneath my smoke. Ain't no choir singing my name, just bass and breath and tempered flame. No trumpet blast, no drums that poke, just the hush that crowns the oak. The strong don't beg, the wise don't poke, they float their names on rings of smoke. And when the noise begins to choke, I smile, my crown is smoke. Kings who rule with calm, not sharper things. For the men whose word outweighs the cloak, who wear their crown in smoke. No throne, no bell, no gilded joke. Daylight sits quiet on a workbench scar. Dust makes halos with the tools now. Piano breath, a low D chord. My hands remember what they're for. No crowd, no clock that needs a jury. Just honest work with hands without hurry. I hammered my youth to a louder law, built fast kingdoms out of raw. The nails looked brave till the boards pulled thin. Speed was a show I kept within. Now I square the wood till corners rest. Let patience choose which cut is best. I sand the edge till the splinters learn that time is a teacher that doesn't burn. I oil the hinge and watch it sing, a quiet arc that spares the spring. The door behaves like a truer story. That's what you get with hands without hurry. Count to 4 on the ribs, not eyes. Let breath be the rule that squares your lies. If pride says faster, smile and defer.
What's meant to last prefers the slower. Hands without hurry, they hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jury, just work made right by hands without hurry. The street outside wears a softer shoe, the kind that walks what it means to do. A neighbor waves with a fence half broke. We trade 2 planks and a lighter yoke. He says I rushed it, I say we've all. Then measure twice so boards don't fall. We share the weight on the end that bites, leave room for swelling on rainy nights. He breathes like someone who found his floor. I find my peace at his front door. The screw seats slow till threads find glory. Another job done with hands without hurry. Breathe on 4, let the snare stay low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If yesterday begs for a faster story, let today reply hands without hurry. They hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jury, just work made right by hands without hurry. I've learned the grammar of grain and glue, how oak keeps secrets, how maple's true, how mercy sands down a jagged word, how screws don't strip if your faith's not hurried. I fix a chair where a child will climb, building a rhythm that honors time. My knuckles wear a wiser stain, not blood, not brag, but honest grain. I keep a box of screws I save for days when lack meets love I brave. A measured drawer labeled ordinary glory, a craftsman's gospel hands without hurry. Count to 4 till the pulse sits right. Let strings bow warmth instead of might. If thunder lobbies for its story, let hinges vote for hands without hurry. They hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jury, just work made right by hands without hurry. Bring me the locks I slam for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I carve too deep, I'll plane them smooth where children sleep. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let's slide guitar band once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a quicker glory, teach it a slower, better story. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Evening leans through an open frame, paint dries level without a name. I write the date on the windowsill, sign it small so the house stands still. A letter waits with a grateful line, about that table holds just fine. I fold it twice like a carpenter's square, lay it flat in remembered air. What I repair repairs me too. The proof is the life that passes through. Soup on Sunday, a story's glory. Feet on floors cured without hurry. Hold that 4, let the rim click fade. Let patience harvest what time has made. If pride asks who will tell your story, I'll point at the doors that open surely. They hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jury, just work made right by hands without hurry. I touch the bench where a boy will learn, teach him the grain and how clamps turn. He asks why wait if we know it fits, because I say wood has its wits. Because a life is a house you build, with edges eased and anger stilled. Because strong isn't fast, it's true. Strong is a door that won't bruise you. He nods like rain when it finds a field. We glue the joint and let it yield. He'll leave today with a simpler story, how men grow tall with hands without hurry. Hands without hurry. Hands without hurry. They hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. Law, neon, to no borrowed jury. I'm biased, we're hands without hurry. The arrows wheel like a closing friend. Streams bubble low, the mercies in